Hey guys, this is Darren Benton again with Performance Motor Coaches. We're here back in the shop today with our service manager, Brett Allison. Happy to have him. We're going to try to get him on some more videos. He's a little shy, but we're going to do a pretty simple little install here. So lots of Renegade owners all over the forums, just kind of in general talk about issues associated with not being able to run their slides, not being able to run their leveling jacks. And it's generally because their vehicle they're pulling is backfeeding or the trailer is backfeeding. So unfortunately, they don't put any kind of diode in line to keep from back charging. So we're going to take and put a diode in line here. Pretty darn simple. So right now, we're going to test our voltage up here. Should be on the right-hand corner up high. Kind of had a jicky little ground here.
Okay.
Anyway. Guaranteed that is it right there. Anyway, so we're going to jump down underneath. We'll cut the ignition off right now, and then we'll get underneath and I'll show you guys what we're working with here. So you'll need a 10 millimeter to be able to remove that cover. We actually got the cover already removed.
So this will be the cover he's referring to. Two 10 millimeter heads. Comes right out. Then, so what we're looking for is so that 12 volt feed coming from the ignition is going to be, on most Renegade, will be the second stud from the left. You're always looking for a bigger wire. It'll be at least a 10 gauge, being that it holds power and charge. This one just typically had to be a black wire. So we've already started the install. So this wire that you're seeing coming from the front of the coach is the one that we want to remove from this stud to place in line with the diode. You see this other one comes off, and that goes to your bumper for your 7-way hookup. But we want to make sure and disconnect the one coming from the front of the coach. So it's as simple as another 3/8 or 10 millimeter hex. Remove that nut from there, and we have this diode in line so that we are getting voltage one direction only. So what we did was we butt connected to the wire coming from the front, and then the other end of it went to the stud of the coach and will go out to the trailer. So basically, this diode's portion, the diode's operation, will only allow current to go one direction and not the other. So basically, when you're plugged in, your battery will be charging the Jeep, but when you turn your ignition off, the battery on the Jeep will not backfeed, giving the coach a ignition on signal.
So it should be tight there, getting pretty darn tight. And then essentially we'll get the cover back on, get those two 10 millimeters back on. Obviously we prefer to be able to heat shrink the wires, but there's already crimp-on connections inside that compartment or inside that little access cover right now, so I don't think it's too big of an issue. Pretty well sealed there.
It's a well sealed box. On this Renegade, it is not a threaded, it is more of a coarser thread screw into a plastic housing, so you don't want to get too crazy on these screws. And it's as simple as that.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot. Keep on coming back.